Hello, and welcome to the Spring 2010 Cash Drive. This is a brief video giving you some instructions as to how to use the interface. And this is the screen that you will see when you first go to log in. So I will log in here. And I'll just take you through the few steps. This video should only last a few minutes. Your goal with all of this, so when you log in, you'll see a screen like this. Your goal is to make this flag turn green. At that point, you have completed all the stuff that you need to complete, and you can go about your life. So the very first step is make sure that your profile is correct. So I have configured a user named AnybodyUser and my wife, AnyWifeUser, and they live on the Happy Any Street, and they have a son who's Bobby, who is in Mary's second grade classroom, coincidentally with my son, Ahir. So what you want to do is edit your profile. Just to double check it, make sure that the phone number is correct, your emails are correct. When you put the phone number in, make sure you don't use dashes or dots or parentheses or anything. Just put the number in straight like that. If you don't want to have something included in the directory or viewables by somebody else, click the private box here, and then go ahead and hit update. Even if everything is correct, just hit update. So that takes you back through number one. Number two, students. So Bobby user, Mary Hummel, Mary's second grade class, 5551212. And then if any of this is incorrect, just go ahead and edit it. You should have all the students in here that are already here because we're not in a place where we're adding new students right now. If you do need to add a new student for whatever reason, or somebody's not in here, you probably want to talk to the help desk first, because we're not sort of in that part of the school year. But it's fairly intuitive. Just click add a new student. And here, finally, we are at the meat of this, which is my campaigns. Note, red flag, not done yet. And the Campaign General Fund Cash Drive 2010-2011. Go ahead and click that. So this pulls up a pop-up that then will take you through the process of, how you actually fund and pay for, the PFG General Fund. A couple things on this screen. First off, the requested amount is $850 per child. More is better. We like getting more. And but the suggested is $850. That's already been filled in. So, note our community relies on contributions above the suggested level. If you want to see the current budget or the finance FAQ, they're right here. So, transparency is a very important part of this process. And so you can go ahead and click that if you want to get to the current budget. So, I'm going to say, let's make it $1,000 for Bobby. Go ahead and click the next button. Great. So here, $1,000, subtotal, total of $1,000. So it's subtotal out differently if I had more than one kid in here. The next step is corporate matching. Really, really, really want to take advantage of corporate matching. So, go ahead and click through to there. And what you will do here is first look to see if either you or your spouse is employed at one of the companies that is on these drop-down lists. And there's a bunch of companies here. So most of the major tech companies here, a number of banks and such are here. Select the ones that are here, and if you know that your company has a matching program, you'll add a new employer and do this here. An important point is that we know that there's matching that happens at these companies. This process does not automatically make the matching happen. And that's going to depend on your employer, and we'll need to provide some additional instructions potentially for how to do that. There's some places where you can go to do that. So we need to clarify this. This is a note for the folks that I'm sending this to right now. We need to clarify how exactly the corporate matching happens, and then I can put a little blurb in here about that. So that shouldn't really be a problem. Just tell me what it is. Anyhow, once that's set, then go ahead and continue. Okay, so what you want to do, presuming that this $1,000 is right, If you needed to change the dollar amounts for any of your kids, then you just go to edit donations. But presuming this is correct, what you do is you do pay my donations. Okay, so there are 4 ways you can do this. You can set it up so that you can do installments. You can set it up so it is a single one-time payment, do it by check, or set up an automatic checking withdrawal every month. So select whichever one of these is optimal. I'm going to pick the subscription so you can see how the subscription stuff works. Okay, so basically how many payments do you want to make it across? Is it 10 payments of $100? Is it a single payment, which you could have done just by doing single payment? I'm going to go ahead and say, let's do 6 payments at $166.67. So now that we have set up the credit card installment subscription for this, you can see that no additional payments are necessary. We can then check out. Checkout will punt us over to Google donations. All of the credit card information and such is being handled and held by Google. And the reason why we're doing it this way is they have secure means to handle it. They have experience with doing this, and we don't have responsibility for dealing with any of the credit card information. So I'm not going to go through this part of the process because it's really simple, and I don't really want to have my credit card charged for the $166.67 per month for a random user. But all you have to do is, if you have a Google account, sign in and continue, and then you'll have to give credit card information, or create a Google account, your email address, password, location, put your card number in. Don't bother checking this unless you really want Google checkout special offers. And that's pretty much all there is to it. And then once you are done, you'll check out, and you'll end up coming back to this page. You hit all done. And then you'll see the receipt. This isn't really a receipt. It's the form that you're going to have to turn in. And if someone will tell me when and where they need to turn it in, I can put that as part of the video. You'll have to sign that here, and here it has a subscription number. So this will need to get printed out and handed in. And then you come back out and you see this is green, and you can log out. There's a couple other things. You can stop listening right now if you want to, but there's a couple other things that are kind of cool here. Underneath fundraising, there are a number of different reports that you can get. So if you want to look at what our goals are and where we are with respect to goals, what the response rate is over time, donation distribution, this is all available here. And so because this is something that is valuable for us to see where we are as a community in terms of the fundraising process. And that's that. You can click log out and you're done.